Leave a gap. Leave a gap.
Gap for what?
You have to leave a gap at the start. It would leave a gap.
How big a gap?
Hello. Hello and welcome to another episode of No Blacks, No Blacks, No Dogs, No Irish podcast. I fuck it up every week. And then I let you do it 2 weeks in a row and you fucked it up as well.
I fucked it up because of bad leadership.
What? Who's the leader of this podcast?
Huh? God. Happy Ramadan, everyone.
Did you? Sorry, we'll do the fucking hit thumbs up on the YouTube. Give us a 5-star on
Press
iTunes.
the bell.
We'll read out our 5-star reviews that we got. I'll get them up now so we can read them out at the start of the episode.
Some good people.
Sorry, my phone doesn't recognize me swagged out with my sunglasses on yet.
Shout out glasses makers.
They're
They're the real ones.
15% off glasses.
Fighting the sun.
We got one from Christmas Day.
It really dropped off.
If you're reviewing a podcast on Christmas Day, you need to get your shit together. No offense, that's from Collie Dog. Top content, consistently class.
Shout out.
Go fuck yourself. Kieran Graham, a regular listener of the podcast and a former enjoyer of my weekly quiz, because he said 11 out of 11, a perfect score, because someone accidentally typed in an answer to the quiz and wrote 11, and it's a meme within my quiz community.
Oh, that's nice.
So you'll be getting a badge, Kieran, when I work out how to get badges personally.
That's great. That's a great little anecdote.
And then someone said V good, Mo good also.
Oh, was that you?
No, it's by Is This Name Taken with many ends.
Is this nickname taken?
Shit, yeah.
Those sunglasses are really fucking me off. I can see myself and I don't like it.
I'm just so good.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to another episode of No.
Roll the title sequence.
What's going on? Why are we not famous?
You can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail a revolution.
I'm Irish. Racism is part of my culture.
In fact, the whole inspiration of our civil rights movement 10 years ago came from the black movement of America.
Why do you guys love potatoes so much? Potatoes so much?
That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
Wait, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, you ain't black.
Gotta have them ribs.
And it's mesmerizing to white people.
And we're back.
Still here.
Did you see? I meant to say to you, I'll take these off to make you feel better. I meant to say to you, I saw a really funny thing on Twitter. It was like on the notice board of a mosque, and it was like halal movie night. First of all, can movies be not halal?
Yeah, of course. If you don't kill them properly.
If you don't burn the disc properly.
If you don't cut it from ear to ear properly, it can be hard.
You have to hold the computer, hang the computer upside down so it drains into the DVD.
If the blood is drained properly, you got to read over the Blu-ray. And
but is because I thought halal was just food.
No, halal can
just generally.
No, it can just mean colloquially, just means something that's allowed, something that's So like
versus haram, which is the bad
forbidden. Like this podcast, the haram. There's stuff like the haram police, which is a real thing in Saudi Arabia.
The haram police?
Yeah. They're technically called the.
Are they the ones that killed that gorilla in America?
But a topical news from 2000. When did that happen? 2018? Did that happen? Harambe?
I don't know.
When did that happen?
No, I remember. It was in my third year of uni, maybe 2016, 2017. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because in Freshers Week, I wrote on a little board, "Take a shot for Harambe." He took one for you.
When was the killing of Harambe?
Why is it got a Wikipedia page? Why is the killing of Harambe gonna be?
They're still fighting over Floyd.
I bet you the Wikipedia page for George Floyd says the death of George Floyd, whereas when it's a fucking gorilla, they're like the brutal killing,
the unfair taking of his life. When did he die?
2016.
On May the 28th, 2016.
That's the day. That's 2 days after my birthday.
That was when he dragged the boy, or the boy fell and Harambe grabbed the boy or whatever. That's when they actually
But what was the
killed
boy
him.
wearing?
Was he dressed like
sorry,
a
too
slut?
soon?
Huh?
Too soon?
No, that was great.
Not soon enough.
Harambe was killed one day after his 17th birthday. But when was his 17th birthday?
Do I have the same birthday as Harambe?
He didn't
No
die
way
on
the
his
boy
birthday.
was in there for longer than a day. It must be the 28th.
Died. Yeah, they're just saying May 28th. So, the same day they killed him.
Obviously, he's not going to chill with the kid for like...
Oh,
all right, Harambe, you can have your way with him.
I forgot that's what it is. I actually thought the gorilla gave
He's
the
like,
baby
you know
back.
the rules, Harambe. You get him Thursdays and every other weekend.
Yeah. You heard the courts. We're going to take you to court, and we're not getting those checks through.
Although he would do what every divorced dad does in the taking the kid to the zoo. But so this mosque or like community center.
You really want to
notice
pursue
for
this
it,
idea.
and it said probably not the mosque, given that there's a movie night on. Probably like a community center. I don't know the ins and outs.
That's what a mosque is. No, it's a prayer place. That's just when you're trying to get away with chat.
Because there's community centers down by me where you will see. There's two places where you'll see the highest incidences of socks and sandals or socks and sliders, white barbecues, and mosques.
Yeah, because it's the most comfortable.
But
Have you
why?
ever tried socks?
Yeah. It's good.
Well, you got to take your shoes off when you're in the mosque.
Yeah, so it's easy to slide them off. Yeah,
They can just go.
it's like sliding into Allah's DMs. That's what prayer is.
That was this is you reaching.
So on this notice board, it said halal movie night, and they were watching Finding Nemo 2, and they had like a shitty like screenshotted off Google Images like poster for Finding Nemo 2, and beneath it in like shitty word art it said Inshallah they find him.
Inshallah, they find who?
Nemo.
Oh, that's quite funny. That's really good.
I just thought it was so funny. Like what? Who puts on the poster for the movie night like a comment on what they hope happens in the
movie? No, they do that. They do community stuff. Do they do that in churches?
Yeah, although more where I'm from, more Protestants. I remember the first time a Protestant guy, his name was Carl, said to me,
Carl.
Yeah. He was like,
I don't know.
Carl.
Yeah, this is
what? Carl?
Sounds like you're saying Carol.
Just because I pronounced the R in it. Carl. I'm pronouncing the R.
You're adding an
No,
O.
you're rolling the R.
I agree to disagree.
But this guy Carl, who I was in a youth orchestra with, we were talking, and I was like, "What are you up to the weekend?" He's like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with my church friends," and I went, "You're fucking what?" Because Catholics don't like, the church isn't the social hub. The GAA club.
What's that?
Gaelic sports, so Gaelic Athletic
yes,
Association. Yeah. So either hurling, Gaelic football, rounders is one of them, handball, camogie. Those are the five. He was like, yeah, we don't really have church friends, but it's like you all just go to the same school. But they have like activities and like sleepovers in their community centres and stuff. I feel like it's less of a thing in the Catholic side in Belfast anyway. Whereas in England, I think Catholics are more intensely religious than Protestants, generally.
I think for a made-up religion,
all of them are made up.
I mean, some are the real ones.
Which ones are those?
We just know, don't we? We just know. I don't want to point any fingers, but someone's in the wrong. Let's talk about.
We're done with that conversation, apparently.
No. We wanted to discuss last week's. Episode.
Bickering.
We didn't bicker.
No, we did after.
No, we didn't. Fake
I
news.
edited a lot of the bickering out, so that might not come across.
No, I know.
Fake news.
It was my fault. Looking back, It was my fault.
Looking back on
I
what?
on
the last one,
the
yeah.
chat about what was happening in Belfast.
Mm-hmm.
I always get worried that like when talking about Belfast stuff, like I don't know enough, and like it's so close to people's like lived experiences that are very close to me, and people are very fucking passionate, like bang 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 passionate about it, like, you know, like
Yeah.
intensely.
And Mo, you
passionate.
You definitely would never understand that.
Huh?
This is. I was thinking about this. Irish people can relate to everyone globally, right? So
Except the English.
we're white.
Huh?
We're white, so we've got something in common with everyone. This
You
is why
admit
everyone.
that. You admit on tape that you're having something in common with the English.
Yeah. Irish people have something in common with everyone. So English people, we're white, so we can kind of just get on that level.
Oh, you traitor.
Black people,
Big union.
there's a lot of shared ideas in the shared civil rights movements in Ireland.
Yeah.
And in the
Bernadette Devlin.
Exactly, like we learned about on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Muslims,
Mm-hmm.
both fond
Both hate
of
the Jews.
bang bang passionate. But yeah,
That's not true. I love
but both like big mad terrorists.
big man. No, I don't see Muslims as terrorists.
None of them.
None of them. I think that
What a fucking mad statement.
One man's
Let me-
terrorist
let
is
me-
another man's freedom fighter.
yeah. But let me sound it out, okay?
Okay. None of them.
They haven't been convicted of anything.
Yeah, they have.
No, but not in a court of law.
Yeah, they have.
No.
Not Sharia law.
Not even any law. No one has arrested the terrorist.
Yeah, they have.
No.
What about the terrorists they have arrested?
No, we haven't. Which one?
Huh? No, what about Guantanamo Bay? What about-
Guantanamo Bay. All illegally detained there.
Yeah, fair
Everyone
enough.
is innocent. What?
Yeah.
What? For 16 episodes in, you've never known this about me.
You think there's no,
No, never been a Muslim terrorist.
There's no
Never
Muslim
been-
extremism.
Never. There's no such thing as Muslim extremism. What is extremism?
the religion
it's
of peace.
extremely liking your religion.
Extremely peaceful.
It's being extremely passionate. What? You're gonna blame a man for passion? You should understand. We are very passionate people. So sometimes there's a bit of a ruckus. but what? You guys can have your parties, but we can't have ours,
But this is what we have in common.
huh? No, but I'm just saying. But we're not doing anything wrong.
What?
Yeah, our governments have never told us off for we've got rid of them.
That's not a good
That's true, right?
barometer of
Is that
good.
true? I don't know. Don't Google it. That seems true. What?
I'm sure some Muslim governments have disavowed terrorist attacks.
Never has it happened. I'm serious. I'm telling you the truth. This is all from the horse's mouth.
From the horse. Can I get back to name a group of people that Irish people don't have something in common with?
Eskimos.
Eskimos. We're
Oh,
a nomadic
Inuits.
people.
How? It's a small island. Where are you going?
As if there's loads to see in the fucking Arctic.
Touche.
It's like Frozen Disneyland.
But also, I'm not saying we travel within Ireland. I mean, there's Irish people
Mm-hmm.
hunting everywhere.
Oh yeah. But like, so you admit that those Irish people in America are real Irish people?
They're descended from real Irish people, yeah.
No, they're real. They're the originals.
What?
The OG.
These ones. This is what happens. Okay, the originals move away, then the place gets destroyed by all these modern newfangled ideas. Okay, the original Irish, the starts with a D. What's the word for diaspora of Irish people?
Yeah.
Those are the ones who hold on to the real traditions.
Tradition.
Traditions.
Tradition.
But
If I were a rich man, I'd be all day long is biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man.
I think I agree with your statement that Irish
Mickey
people-
Bartlett has a really funny bit about American
Who?
customs. Is just Mickey Bartlett.
Yeah.
He has a really funny bit about American customs. It's just full of Irish people telling lies. You'll have people in high vis and a hard hat going, I just want to see Macy's. It's a really good. I'm sure most people who watch this know who Mickey Bartlett is, but if you don't, go check it out. He's really fucking funny. He's got a third Ulster Hall date. Sold out 2 days at the Ulster Hall. He's got
coming up?
One. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Mickey Bartlett, check it out, Belfast.
Oh, I'll message him about.
Don't worry, Mickey, I'll open for you.
I was about to say that. Damn, so close.
You can try and then you'll come off and go, was I speaking too fast? And everyone goes, no.
Have
we told that story before?
I don't know. So basically, Jimmy, have I told that story about when I was at the
You've
Belfast?
told me. I don't know if you've told it on the pod.
No, you don't need to sigh while you're saying that. You've told me. So basically, Belfast. It's the Belfast Empire, correct?
Yes, which I've never played.
Okay, yeah, because they prefer authentic voices.
If by authentic you mean signed to off the curb.
That's what authenticity is. It's like that dolphin safe sign. So
you got off the curb,
conspiracy.
the Belfast Empire, handshake emoji, and then I say fucking over young Belfast comedians.
Hey man, this is the thing. We bring perspective. I come and I
you say that, but it's just all the off the curb acts show up and go, what's going on here? Loads of stuff. Anyway, here's the set I do in England.
So let me tell my story, okay? Mine didn't go like that. Mine went amazingly. They carried me out all the way to the airport and told me to leave. I got to do it. It's a really nice place. But I saw Mickey for the first time.
Too big.
It is very big, but I
cavernous.
think if you can pack it out, but also, I didn't realize that it's a different room, and that I came off stage and I was like, oh fuck, I think I was talking too fast, and then everyone was like, no, you weren't. And I was like, no, I definitely was. And then Mickey goes on stage, and I didn't believe that the mouth could move that fast.
Yeah.
And the audience I was like, are they getting it? And I looked at the audience, and I was like, I must have been like, hello, everybody. It was just like the ridiculous joke.
I think that's a really hard balance and something I haven't figured out. I do it sometimes, but I don't always get it. And because a lot of newer comedians, and I used to do it a lot, you step on your own laugh. So you start talking too soon after the punchline, and then it kind of kills the laughter that you're trying to build. And then...
Is that saying something?
But there's a difference. But you don't want to leave it too long, and really good acts can build that rolling laughter and keep talking, but it never stops. It never interrupts the laughter. They keep laughing, but they can still hear the tags, and it rolls and builds and builds and builds. And occasionally I get that, but sometimes, and I think it's a lot to do with mic technique. Actually, I think as you tag, I think this is really nerdy comedy thing that I'm trying to work out, but I think you should be quite close to the mic for the punchline, so everyone hears the punchline.
Yes.
And then as you're trying to build the rolling laughter, move further away from the microphone, so it's less likely to cut them off. They'll still hear you.
Yeah, but it's going over their laugh rather than through it.
And if some people don't hear you over their own laugh, then that's fine. They'll still just be caught up in the role of
what did he say?
Not everyone needs to hear every tagline, but that's such a hard balance to because sometimes you do it just too soon. And then they all just shut up, and all your taglines just go to the fucking nothing.
Who's that guy? Nathan. We watched Nate
Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze. He's someone who does very minimal mic technique. It's just him stood there.
Yeah.
And it's just his voice on a monotone.
Yeah.
And what he does is he doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't, because there is that trick of signaling to the audience when your punchline is by going hababa. And the audience goes, oh, that was the joke. And if it's okay, they'll laugh. But he just talks flat the whole way through, and he just stops, and then he carries on talking. And I just find that always
he's incredible. His writing's amazing, though, and it's so conversational. I used to do because I have quite a we're both quite conversational on stage, but I find for a while, I think I was doing that out of fear, because if you shout or do an
show
affected
too much,
punchline, if you swing really hard for a punchline, I remember the first time I wrote a punchline that you had to shout for it to make sense within the story. It's so much scarier, because if it bombs, you're just there going, hey, and everyone goes, what the fuck?
Yeah. They go, I'm sorry.
You really got to commit. Yeah.
But it's a balance of like, if you're like, I want the jokes to speak for themselves, but I don't want to do them a disservice by not selling it.
No, 100%. But do you know what I do is I'm just funny. You know, I just can't help it. I just ooze ha-has, and yeah, that's what they call me. They call me the King Ha-ha. King Ha-ha
Feels like a slur.
Hiya, fucking Ha-ha.
King Ha-ha.
They tossed a banana in my face. That's when I knew there was an issue. But yeah, so what's happened new with you? Eh?
It's Ramadan, which makes teaching in schools with lots of Muslim kids a bit more difficult. They can't concentrate. Did you...
Makes them easier to catch, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because they get so tired. Did you ever do Ramadan as a kid?
Yeah, I did it all the time. I'm doing it right now.
You're only supposed to do it during the Ramadan time.
Yeah, and I'll do it all the time, any day. Any day, I'm always Ramadaning. I'm always on the Ramadan. I'm always just rolling Ramadan.
We don't mean ramen noodles.
Oh, then no. I've never done it in my life. This is an interesting story. I got
This is an interesting story. And then
lost faith
for
in it.
8 seconds he doesn't say a word.
we're gonna clip that out and use it as a reel.
This is an interesting story.
No. I just realized I was like, it's probably too personal, so I won't. I went to the GP the other day, and then I got sent to the hospital, and the worst.
Why'd you go to the GP?
I was going to the GP because they're easing restrictions, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go speak to human beings again. I have to do small talk. I was like, I'm not mentally prepared for that anymore.
So you went to the GP
to get some therapy, all right?
Right.
And then I went to, and then they sent me. They couldn't do it. This lady, the GP lady, was like, the receptionist was like, I told her, I was like, oh, I've already tried to get it with you guys, but it wouldn't go through. And then she was like, so what do you want me to do? And I went, put me in touch with the doctor. And then she went,
GP receptionists are some of the most horrible cunts in the world.
I just feel like when I'm clapping, I shout, not the receptionists though for the NHS, because they are they're terrible. It's like they're guarding the fountain.
That's a really funny bit.
No, but the fact that it's like they're guarding the fountain of youth, and they just want, they're like, what's wrong with you? And I go, do you have a degree in medicine? Can you help me? Because you're just some cunt doing data entry.
Well, they just get, but people are dicks to them. I get that. Like some people like shout at them or whatever, and you shouldn't do that.
And I shouldn't have hit her. All right,
yeah.
I should have asked her what I wanted first. She looked at me funny. She was just having a cigarette outside. I swung for her. No, I just went. I went, and then I basically went to the Homerton Hospital. Shout out Homerton. I was sponsoring the podcast with their Wi-Fi. Who the fuck they fucking email me now. I was there using their Wi-Fi, and then yesterday they emailed me. They're like, "Hey, how was your experience?" I was like, "I was at a hospital." What kind of question is that?
It is weird when they're like, "How is the waiting area?"
Yeah. It's like, how was the Wi-Fi connection? I was like, passable. Like it's you guys should
good enough.
Yeah. So
but don't focus on my like. There's doctors trying to send emails. Like, make sure their Wi-Fi is good. Like, I'm just here watching Love Island in the waiting room.
And basically, this is the story. This was what I was saying. I basically walk in, and immediately it feels like you're in a different time. Like it's like its own little world. And there's this guy fighting these two security people.
Is this A&E?
Yeah. This is A&E. Okay, because they told me to go there so that they could speed up the process. And there's this guy wrestling these two security officers, okay, and they're like, and he's like, he keeps doing this thing, okay, when he goes, no, okay, he keeps putting his hands like, okay, I'm sorry. Then he starts wrestling them again, so they can't. The moment he puts his hand up, they have to put their hands off him so that because otherwise it's assault, it's battery. So he puts his hands up, and then he basically tries to go past them.
It's like musical statues.
yeah. And they're basically trying to kick him out because he's been just wandering the hospital. He's like, no, I'm waiting to talk to someone. Well, this is the funniest part. Okay, they managed to get him out. Okay, and then he manages to sneak in somewhere else and back into A&E, and the security see him. And then a nurse sees him and she goes, honey, why are you stood up? And he goes, they tried to kick me out. They kicked me out. And she went, who did? They went, the security. And she turns around and she's like, guys, he's a patient. Like, we haven't discharged him yet. And they go, yeah, but he was. And then they went, she just like straight away went, no, he's a patient. Like, she defended him. But she hadn't seen him fighting and winning. He was winning. And I felt so bad for the security guards, because then they went back to their little table and they just looked like dejected guard dogs who had just been like slapped across the nose. Oh, it was just the funniest thing, and he wouldn't stop moving around.
So
and he kept
was this guy trying to escape?
Huh? No, he was just chilling. He just kept like, they didn't know what was wrong with him, and he kept going. Whenever he would talk to someone, he'd do this thing. He's like, don't. I'm sorry. But then it's obviously, he knows that if he puts his hands up, they're attacking someone who's like, he's victim playing. But then the first thing I saw the moment I walked in was him wrestling 2 security guards. So the rest of the time he's just wandering up and down. He was there for 4 hours, and when they even discharged him, he wouldn't leave. He was just like, can I just get a glass of water? So they went and got him a cup of water, and he was just like, and then the nurses were just stood there waiting for him to leave. And then he went, I'll leave, you guys. And then they would go and come back to go, honey, you gotta go. And and also there's a constant sound of babies crying. I don't know. I don't think they're filtering it in somewhere, because there's no way there was constantly a baby crying for 4 hours. It was just, I hadn't been in a hospital for like 6-7 years. And that was my news. That was what I did yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday.
Did you get to see a therapist?
Yeah. But then she was like, there's nothing I can do. This was the worst part, okay? So she asked, she was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I'm just worried about everything going back to normal and blah, blah, blah. She goes, okay. And she's like, so this is how you're feeling. And she started describing to me exactly how I was going to say. So you're feeling like this? So imagine like someone's going like, you walk into a room and you go, has anyone seen my box? Oh, you mean the box that's way big? Yeah. The yellow one. Yeah. With the little curves on the side. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait 1 second. She leaves. She comes back, she goes, sorry, I can't help you. I went, wait, what? And then she went, I've got some printouts for you, though, for some self-soothing exercises. And I went, I'm not a dog.
Did she give you the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yes, yeah. Well, I don't know. I read it for a bit and I went, you can keep it.
NHS therapies are just severely underfunded and therefore pretty dog shit.
No, she suggested I go private, and I went, do you think I'd be sat in an A&E for 4 hours if I could afford? I don't know. I enjoy this part. But
you should check out BetterHelp, who don't sponsor this podcast but do sponsor other people's podcasts. They have tiered pricings.
Yeah, they went through some controversy.
Yeah?
They were like, they're scam artists.
Are they?
What do you mean?
They went through people just, their feedback was just like, this is a ridiculous service. They just keep on charging me money, subscriptions wouldn't cancel. I can't remember the exact details, but because I remember looking at BetterHelp and going, oh, not a bad idea. And then waiting for it to fuck itself over. And eventually did. And
I
it's
know
really expensive as well.
Well, what I was about to say is I know people who've done it, and they have tiered pricings in the UK. So it's like if you're low income, if your income's been affected by COVID, all these different things. You just check boxes, and then it goes, this is your
COVID. Yes, I don't know.
This is your super reduced. Like
they might have addressed it.
I know people who are doing it now, and it's fucking sick. Really,
I just think this idea of going back to normal, is crazy.
It's mad as fuck. It really, really scares me.
We're just supposed to be normal. Like, I've become so parochial. I see like 5 people at most. Like, that's my whole circle. And now you're supposed to just go, yeah, of course I'll go.
It's already started as well. Like, London feels very like
normal.
Yeah,
but it's like I don't think people are discussing how weird it is to be back out and to be
and there's an expectation that you have to be so fucking happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, fucking 21st of June, here we fucking go. And I'm like,
what did you do on the weekend?
Super excited to get back on stage. But anything else, like I had this like realization where like, have I said on this podcast before that like when I was a kid I was like agoraphobic?
Yeah.
And I couldn't go outside and shit.
No, you've not said it on this podcast, but yeah.
Agoraphobic? I don't know which one it is. I was too scared to ask.
They left the room and I didn't follow them. Yeah.
But what I've realized is I think partly during the pandemic I definitely felt like those thoughts and feelings coming back. Because when I was a kid, it was like, don't go out, I like scared of going outside, scared of being around people, scared of being near people, and scared of big crowds. And I worked very hard to like unlearn all of those responses from when I was a kid.
Now you're
And
just
then the
slaying
pandemic hit, and the government went, "Yo, you were right." Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of those like irrational.
What do you mean
thoughts.
that you were right?
It was like all of the government advice was my
Oh,
severe
yeah, yeah.
anxiety,
Yes, yeah.
irrational thoughts.
Yeah.
So my little anxiety part of my brain went, "I fucking told you." But then I think really what happened is those being scared of everything never went away. I just do shit anyway.
Yeah.
So like and this is the thing, like getting back into that powering through type mode of like every time I go anywhere, I'm like on some level terrified.
Yes, yeah.
But I just fucking do it because
What else are you gonna do? Yeah. But I just feel like first, originally what I was thinking was like the whole year, introverts had been like bragging about how much they love the lockdown, and I was like, the moment lockdown finishes, I'm gonna go slap a drink out of an introvert's hand.
Yeah, and go. Fuck, I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
one of those
I'm gonna be
weird
like,
cunts.
when we're all sat together, I'm gonna be like, hey, you haven't said anything in a while, quiet McQuieterson. Hey, dickhead, what the fuck are you thinking? You're making us all feel uncomfortable. Why don't you go home? And I was like, I'm gonna bully an introvert because they bullied us for that full year. But then the moment now that we're coming back to it, I'm just like, man, I do not want to have small talk with people. And also the worst thing is, especially what we do, the green rooms where you like go into a room and you have to talk to someone and you're like, there was a comic who messaged me asking me, obviously, I haven't spoken to them in over a year. They messaged me, hey man, what's up? And I was like, hey, what's up,
They're
bro?
about to ask you what gigs you know.
That's the second message. Well, what gigs
Which
have you
is
booked in?
fine if it's your actual mate.
Yeah.
Like I would message you and be like, "Who have you got spots with?"
Yeah,
How can I play?
but this person has had a kid in that time. Because I asked him, I was like, how? He asked me about that. And
This
then
is
I was
like in my brain. It's like a weird game of Guess Who with comedians. Right now.
Battleships, basically.
No, it's Guess Who because you went. They've had a kid, and I just like.
Oh yeah.
Down a bunch of comedians'
no. I
faces
just
in my
went. Ah, man, I haven't spoken to you in so long. Like, I wish the pretense of friendship would have lasted more than one message.
You said that?
No. I just went.
To yourself. You said
Yeah.
That would have been.
You said that, bro?
That would have been.
Nah, but I thought it.
That would have been a baller move. I would have been really proud of you if you said that.
But I was just like, I tried to, even then afterwards when I'd said, I haven't got much booked in. And then I went, how's your kid? And they went, oh yeah, it's great, man. And I tried to carry on the conversation, and the conversation just went dead.
Yeah, because that's not what they wanted.
Yeah. And I went, And
I do give people who have kids like way more leeway with that stuff. Where I'm just like, anytime anyone I know who has a kid like doesn't reply.
Oh no,
in my head I just go, wait, imagine I had a kid. I wouldn't reply to anyone.
Yeah. I'd be too busy. But it was the
I'd be
idea.
just freaking out all the time.
It was the idea this fall, and also like I was worried about like car shares because comics have to go on car shares. Okay, they when you travel to like Portsmouth.
I've only done it like twice, but I would like to do it more.
Well, basically, before the idea was that we're all this sort of like brotherhood, this sort of like fraternity of people who all get along and we all love this common thing. But then the last year has shown that all comics hate other comics. Twitter has shown us that they've shown that like that they're just as fractured as any group of people. And I was like, what are the car shares going to be like?
There are
now?
a lot of people in the middle who are just sound and don't really care.
Yes, but it's like, how do you know? Like, are cars non-partisan? Do we ask like
I
when we
think
ask
you
for
just
car
have
shares?
to back yourself to be like honest and just like I've been out for pints with a couple of mates since the kind of reopening of beer gardens and stuff, and I don't think deliberately, but I've noticed that I just don't really do small talk anymore. Like if someone says something, I've been asking quite like direct and deep questions back about like, oh, that's so strange. Do you feel like that? Do you think that's because of this? Isn't this?
Yeah,
like, I'm not.
Sound like
I'm
an
not-
absolute riot.
Well, but I don't know why it is. But it's better than the fucking
waste of time
What are
conversations.
you up to tomorrow? What about yesterday? What about now?
Tears streaming down your face.
But I think that's that's just better, and it's always a risk, but that's the only way to become close to someone is to take that vulnerable step of being actually honest.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
What
What are you laughing about?
He
Emotions?
dropped his phone.
Dropped the phone and hit me.
He hit his head on that.
I went, fuck, I've made a noise, and then bam, mate.
But no, that's just what's been going through my head the past week. I was just like, I've got a thing tomorrow I've got to do, and I'm just like,
You'll be all right though.
huh?
Yeah, talking about pubs though. Do you want to do no blacks, no dogs? No.
Yeah. Should we go?
Of the weeks.
Of the weeks, yeah.
Should we jump to it?
I felt like we were about to tie up that conversation quite neatly.
Yeah.
I felt
and
he was going to go on to another
Jimmy just
tangent.
absolutely guillotined it.
Just 'cause
You'll be all right.
Someone was ringing me.
Just like we just had the facts of that conversation. You'll be all right though.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Okay, no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. Who's your
That's
black?
not what this bit's called. He just said that, and now you've said it. This bit is the of the
I'm
weeks.
very much a follower.
The whole podcast is the no blacks,
It's
no
called
dogs.
of
no
the weeks. I
Irish
didn't realise we made a decision on that. Okay, of the weeks.
Well, it's not going to be called no blacks, no dogs because this is black
Yeah,
of
I
the
guess
week,
that's
Irish
the
of the
name
week,
of the
dog of the
podcast.
week.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
the weeks. Doodle 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 doodle. There's some kind
Of the
jingle. I like
week.
Can you harmonise that, and then that'll be quite good.
No, we won't. Okay. So who's your black of the week?
My black of the week
Black
is a black of the week.
Is a blacker, nigga. Come on, bro, this is.
Right.
Why would he edit that out? Why are you stressed about that?
Oh no.
I'm
He's
saying,
black.
I said it.
Yeah, yeah. Why did no?
We only have to edit out your ones.
Yeah, I don't edit out swear words, do I? So
No.
yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool.
Why'd you get so stressed? It's not like I said
He
it.
just wants to tell me off. He wants to
I
tell
make
me
sure
off
you
all
stop
day.
recording before I say the N-word.
Jimmy likes telling me off because
He
Jimmy
doesn't
has
say it. He doesn't say it.
Jimmy has basically said I'm the Carl Pilkington of the group. So and Jimmy's the Steve Merchant only because of his height, nothing to do with talent. Okay.
I think we're quite.
Fuck you.
I think we're quite similar to the Bad Friends podcast with Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
But we're the Good Friends podcast. We should call our podcast.
Well, we are kind
the
of bad
Good Guy
friends.
podcast.
We are kind of bad friends.
I'm a good friend. Fucking carried your stuff with you. I mean, I turned up hungover as
And
fuck.
demanded that I book you an Uber there and home.
But those what good friends do. The Good Guy Friend podcast.
No, because we are very good friends and we're close, but we are really shitty to each other a lot of the time.
Yeah,
But
no,
that's
no.
comedians, right? Or
That's no, that's not.
just us.
That's like I like the owl. I'm very supportive of you and your Hedwig. The
Yeah.
the.
Okay. Neither of you two have seen this video, and for people listening, I'm sorry you're gonna miss this. Basically, it's okay. So let's preface it. It's like a pretty B-Tech looking kid's birthday party. Like it's one fold away. It's one fold away table and a
this
pretty
is
out of
sad.
shape guy in a black Spider-Man,
Are they gonna
a
see
Venom
this?
costume. I guess they will see it on the YouTube. It'll be pulled up. And he's like dancing along, and then the funniest thing ever happened, and
Okay.
this is my black of the week.
If this hurts, if someone getting hurt,
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I have visceral reactions to that.
The caption to this is like, last time I booked Spider-Man for my absolutely ruined my nephew's birthday.
Let's do that.
Is he okay? He just hit his head.
Back break.
Did it just knock him out? He knocked himself out. So the guy in the Venom
Fucking
costume,
psycho! What the fuck was
for the
that?
people listening, the guy in the Venom costume tried to do a backflip and just
Why would he try
landed on
that?
his
He didn't
head
even halfway
in
make
that
it.
way that, I love when people land on their head that way and their whole body like folds in.
That was horrid. That had no. There was no. He didn't even almost make it.
And all the bits beforehand, it's just Venom shadow boxing in a kid's party. And they're playing the Spider-Man theme, and he's evil Spider-Man. He's not Spider-Man, and he's just shadow
But nothing in his
boxing.
movements told you that he could have made it.
He's
Like
so out of shape, and then he just goes, "Whoa!" Bang,
And he
then
went for
he
it.
like starches himself, like because when you get knocked out properly, your body like stiffens out. Even when you're in a fight, you see it happen to boxers. They get knocked out. and they're punching on the way down because it's just their body.
Electrical impulses.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Like you see, have you ever seen someone get knocked out and they like fall like that?
Not
Like
no,
their
not
whole
like
body
that, yeah.
stiffens and they like
That's so crazy.
crazy.
Like
but that was
Bill Askren.
so funny. Ben Askren.
Oh, Ben Askren.
Apologies
to
that was your
boxing
black
fans.
of the week. That was so funny. It shocked me. It's just that he totally went for it. MVP. He went for it. He gave it his
he
all.
backed himself so much.
Okay, that's great. Okay, my black of the week is do you know those Irish girls, those black girls who did the accent?
The one I sent in, that's my Irish of the week.
I thought that was your black of the week.
No, my black of the week's the Spider.
I took it. I just took it. Let me just check what I put down.
Well, I can come up with another Irish.
Have you got? Because I haven't. Oh. No. Okay, I know mine. Mine is the guy running for mayor of London, who
The black guy.
Yeah.
The Sell It Bang guy.
Yes, yeah.
Does he do Sell It Bang? What is it?
No. It's just that his campaign, whoever's managing his campaign, has clearly doesn't want him to win, and is just taking his money. What's his name?
I don't.
Sean
which one are you
Bailey.
talking about?
It's just Sean Bailey. Yes.
N-words in disguise.
There's basically
There he is. Sean Bailey pledges to.
Crime in 100 days. Have you seen?
Why would he wait 100 days?
Huh?
I'll
So-
cut crime in 100 days.
Come
Why
on,
not
guys.
do it
We're on
now,
day
man?
43, guys. Just hold on. Sean Bailey. Yeah, he basically said that homeless people should if
Pull
they can-
themselves up by their sleeping bags.
No. They basically if they all chip in together, they can afford a house.
One house.
He genuinely said that.
What is
Yeah, they
it?
can all
Where
afford
does he say that? Where does he say that?
Not here. I've not got it on here.
No.
This is
But he
just his
that was what
overall
that's what
policies.
brought him into the mainstream. It's because
The biggest problem in London is undoubtedly the crime epidemic.
It's because black people keep trying to kill him. That's what it is. He basically that's the whole story. I just picked him.
Right, yeah, you don't have to look at this. This is just fact.
What did he say about homeless? I want to get this homeless thing up.
So basically, he said that they were like, "What about housing? Housing should be more affordable. Like, what about the homeless? Do they get free housing?" He went, "No, but if they all chip in together, they can." And he said that like straight faced.
As in,
Sean,
there's a clip of
homeless
it.
can save for a house. The Guardian
Yeah.
afford Where are you getting a house with a £5,000 deposit to buy? Why are you telling homeless people to buy a fucking timeshare? You idiot!
This is recently, or is he talking about the 95% mortgages? Is he saying you can now buy?
So what's the so does somebody's been saying this recently.
Mm-hmm.
It was Izzy's mum, the Owl's mother.
Mm-hmm. What's her name?
The Peacock.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Oh my god, who fucked what?
Weird.
How did an owl come from a peacock?
How did an owl come from a peacock?
Seinfeld's disappointment.
Seinfeld
sign.
wouldn't say fuck.
No.
I think
but
if a
it's-
peacock fucked a beaver, it would look like
Like
an
an
owl.
owl. Yeah, that's it.
Oh
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
What do the owl's parents look like? Are they like her height?
What?
Are they
You were
her
about
Her
height?
mum-
mum's
say
very little,
And the
and
dad's
she's an IVF baby. So she's got 3 dads. She's got her dad, her stepdad, and her biological dad. She's never met her biological dad.
okay. She can still fit in a test tube. Tiny.
Yeah, that's why she says the N-word all the time, because she's like, I could be black.
Does she say it?
No,
I gotta clip
she
that.
doesn't. She doesn't.
She has given me the eyes of someone who says the N-word. I've seen her looking at me going.
I say it in my head.
She goes. Fuck, and then-
There's that really good Louis C.K. bit
What?
where he's like, I hate when people say the N-word.
Yeah.
Not like the actual word, but when people say the N-word.
And then
Because you're just making me say it in my head.
Oh, he means. And then he actually said it in that.
He says
one.
it all the time.
Yes, yeah.
I want to get to that level.
He wrote. It's not an achievement. That's not what he was going for.
I watched a compilation of. Well, that's the thing. I think you need to just use it
Mm-hmm.
in a context that it makes sense to actually use
Yeah.
it and not. But the problem
I
is,
really hope you
no
never
matter
find-
the context I ever say it in,
Yeah,
I'm fucked.
yeah. And I don't know why. What is worth the risk that you would? You
This
go.
is the question.
Didn't work here, guys. Let's keep on moving.
I have when I tell the story of my dad getting called the N-word in school when he was growing up, I think some of those jokes would be funnier if I said it.
Mhm.
But also, I know
think it'd
that
be
it's
funny
not worth
if
it.
you kept repeating the N-word, and then at one point, near the end, you just you just said it as if you're like retelling a story, and you go, "What? It's context, context, I'm giving you context."
Well, what's interesting is when I was growing up, until I was like 16 or 17, my dad always told me, just because I got bullied a bit, he would be like, "Oh yeah, kids in school used to call me Shadow," and then when I was 18, he was like, "They didn't call me Shadow."
So, okay. What were you saying? You were gonna make a point though. Sean Bailey, when you were
I
saying,
want to see the homeless thing.
Well,
the mortgage thing. What is a 95% mortgage? What does that mean?
So I'm going to butcher this for anybody who actually knows what they're talking about. So they're basically bringing back a version of those entrenched loans that caused the 2008 crash. So now they're saying that
the things Tim Dillon used to sell.
Yeah. So now instead of so at the moment a mortgage is between you and the bank, right? That you loan money for. But now they're going to split up mortgages so any number of people can own a part of that mortgage.
So co-sign on it.
And so to kind of co-sign on the mortgage itself, so you still live in that house or whatever, but that mortgage will be split up between a lot more people. Therefore, the owner or the person who wants to get the house has to put in less of a deposit initially because it's deemed safer. Because there's more people involved with the thing, but it's just another variation of entrenched.
So you basically get a mortgage for quite a small deposit, but then how do you just gradually buy the other people out?
You just pay off the mortgage,
But
they've got a stake in the mortgage, not really the house. Like the entrenched loans, they're just buying in to
who are the other people?
A package of finances.
So not like your mates.
No, not like your mates. No, this is no.
We all have McMansions.
They're kind of it's difficult to describe because it does sound like that. No, it's not you and your mates pitching in. Otherwise, that would be communism or communal living.
But multiple people can buy a house together.
There's those kind of shared ownership. They're doing those versions as well. There's all different ones, but these 95% mortgages and stuff that they're. April actually is around now that they're kind of in.
Does that mean the deposit is 5%?
5%, yeah.
Right, because Izzy's mum said she bought her first house on 100% mortgage.
Oh yeah, so she didn't pay anything.
No, yeah, but I didn't know that she said it, and I didn't want to seem stupid on the FaceTime.
What, you paid 100% and still took a mortgage?
No, so you like as in you don't pay a deposit up front.
I was just making a joke.
Cool.
But the deposit
you get so angry when your jokes bomb.
What's
but the deposit is just there to show that you actually have
enough money,
initial income, and and everybody's really excited about these 95% mortgages, and then obviously there's a lot of people who are.
If we got time to take
I started my first savings account. Do you need a piss?
I just need to grab my glass of water. I just didn't want to bring it here because there was no space and there's too much electrical equipment.
Yeah, go.
Hello.
Enough of the mortgage chat.
Yeah.
It's good for people to know, though.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys get houses, we can all hang out.
But I did start my first savings account recently.
What's like a
lifetime? I got a Money Box, the app.
Oh, like a Monzo?
No, it's like it's a more active savings account, so you get better returns, but it's like higher risk.
Oh wow!
But you should use it over like if you want to save over like 20 years.
Yeah.
And you can set it up so like it tops up. So if I buy something for £2.72,
that's
it tops it up to £3.
Handy.
Oh yeah, round up.
And just goes in. I also put in like a lump sum that I had.
I know nothing about savings accounts. I just have another bank account that I put money into.
Well, this is the hope that this is like more active and will go up and down, but will gradually earn more over the course of 20 years. It was funny, like I put in
so is it better
my savings. I never really had savings, but I got a bit of money from the app stuff. So I was like, I'll put a bit of that aside because I feel like otherwise it'll just disappear gradually on fucking trainers. And then I put it in, and then fucking the day after it was like, you've lost £3 because it's like it's so active and like that it's so involved in the stock market. Like people are putting it in and out of stuff all the time. Okay. And it's in all different pots.
But
like it goes all between different things. It's safe. It's like backed up by if like their company collapses.
Well, I'm going to put money in. I'm going to get one of those Bitcoin apps and put money into Bitcoin just for fucking gamble. Why not? fucking download an app for it.
Dogecoin is where it's at apparently these days.
To the moon.
Dogecoin fucking skyrocketed last
I know,
week.
but it's
We need to
still worth fuck all.
as a joke.
We need to get big enough to sell an NFT.
An NFT.
Yeah, we need to do a podcast NFT. That's the big thing.
What's the N stand for?
It's non-tradable. No, it's a
Non-fungible token.
Fungible.
I did have to research this because I did jokes about it on the app job, which is I hate having to read.
Yeah,
the
maybe
news for
maybe
this
could someone
fucking
explain
thing.
it to me because I don't really understand the.
So, non-fungible. So, do you know what that means at all?
Not really.
Fungible is like something to be exchanged for parts of the whole. So I can give you a £10 note and you can give me 2 £5 notes.
It's fungible.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
fungible means.
Okay.
Non-fungible can be exchanged for exact kind of like it can't be broken up.
Can't
It
be
is what it is.
fractioned. Yeah.
The weird thing with the tokens, it's like it's like a JPEG that you're buying. Everyone can see it, the same as you can.
Yeah.
But you get a token that says you own it.
Okay.
Do you know how fungi
And that's
is like
that's
mushrooms?
specific to you.
Do you know how fungi is a mushroom
And-
pizza? Like fungi?
And what is the image on the Sorry, is the image on the thing?
And
Do
black.
you actually get a physical token?
No,
No, it's
You
all
don't
online.
even get a
Just
physical-
an
you don't
email.
even get a physical token.
What
And
do
also,
you get though? The code? What?
it's like really like
I'm furious.
it's like a unique token that says you are the owner of this.
But what? Like you get an email. What is?
It's a
Yeah, you get
file
an
of some
email.
sort, I
a
think.
file?
But also, they've started disappearing. People will pay millions for these NFTs, and then the file will just disappear on their laptop.
Oh man,
And do you know how fungi and Blair? Have you heard of the Blair? The Blair
it
cards?
really hurts my brain. That actually. That's
Well,
horrible.
it's just, but it's the same with money. Like on
Why-
the
why
money
would
in your
anybody-
wallet, but in the money in your wallet, it says the Queen promises to pay the bearer £10. It's not actual money; it's a token that says I have £10.
Yeah, I know, but like
Have
I
you
have
heard
to buy
of the
into that
Illuminati?
system because everybody does.
But
This
that's
is-
what NFT people just
No,
buy
that's
into it.
not the
Do you
same
know
as-
about the Bilderberg
people-
group?
but
It's the
you
exact same.
actively have
But
to
it's the
buy
exact
into
same.
it. If I didn't buy into money, where would I be?
What's
I'd
wrong?
be,
What's wrong?
I'm subjected.
Calm down.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. I'm subjected to the fact that I have to deal with. The
Yeah, but people
monetary
want to make
economics.
money off it, so they make money off it.
Yeah, that's people selling it, so they're obviously crooks, criminals, and awful people. Is it Jake Paul?
Why
Did
are,
he
the,
say
how are
what?
they?
You guys
how
can't
are they
see, but his
crooks,
face
criminals,
went
and
red.
It's an obvious scam. It's an obvious scam.
It's not really a scam. It's like
It's just an
the
idea.
people buying them are super wealthy. It's not like you're fucking over poor people.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, of course. Poor people are like, yeah, I don't mind the but just to have that out.
If I had
But
a-
it's the same as everything else. It's just
Yeah.
it's like pointing out the
Nah, it's
ridiculousness of
not-
everything.
It's modern art.
Yes, because it's modern. But what do you mean pointing out the? But like, I'm subjected to money. I don't option into it. It's not a
Subjected
Is that
to
everyone?
it.
Yeah,
everyone
subjected. Do I think I should money exist? No. It just has to
Mental.
be there. Apparently.
Huh? That
I
is.
don't
Jimmy wants to
believe
go
it.
back to a bartering system.
No. I want to go forward to Star Trek, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, when there's just plenty. They
They
just
don't have money.
Yeah. But there is still an
Humanism.
underclass in Star Trek. You see that in some of the in the latest series. You see,
Deep Space Nine, yeah, but they only did that because you can't write. It's terrible writing a perfect society. It makes no drama.
yeah, well, that's real life, I guess. You know.
That was.
But you guys
People-
didn't see,
people
he
just
got-
want to make money off it, so they will make money off it.
Yeah.
And also people
Yes,
people get
horrible.
excited about it
awful
and
There's
value.
no
But it's the
good-
same as
there's no
any
good
art.
value here.
But it's the same as any art.
What do you mean any art? You get
Some-
the original thing there, like you physically have it. There's a physical.
But it's just a
presence
digital
to it.
version of that.
It's not though. Like it's just a digital coin. But anybody can create.
But none
that
of our
out
money
nothing.
exists. Governments
It's
can just create.
confusion. He's like a.
It's just putting it in the hands of people.
He's like
in
a
this
dog
weird way.
who's shattered
but
its
I
bone
think
out of
money's
the
Put it in the
bottom.
hands of people in a weird way.
So
Money's a
it's
scam
like-
run by governments. NFTs are a scam run by people.
Yeah,
Which would you
there
prefer?
we go. I
Well,
hate
which would you
both.
prefer?
I hate both.
You're an idiot.
No,
I hate
no.
both.
He's a
No,
fucking.
what you-
He's one of these
no.
utopian idiots.
What you need to do, okay, Jimmy, is hoard all your money, get it all together, and then give it to us. We'll take care of it for you, and we'll buy you.
Because you hate money so much.
Yeah.
Give me all
I
the
hate
money you have.
Yeah, exactly. Where would I be if I actually legitimately, took that?
You'd probably be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'd be fine if someone.
That got. I've never seen. Oh god, like our WhatsApp groups have gone fucking mental. Over.
That's
the
my
song
dog
and
of the
shit.
week.
Yeah,
that's
the
it.
back to of the weeks.
Back to all the week. So Irish of the week. My Irish of the week is.
Well, let's just overlap with this one.
Should we overlap? Okay, my Irish of the week is a Rosie. What's her full name?
Oh fuck! This isn't the overlap. I thought you meant the accent ladies.
No. Mine is.
Oh yeah, it's Sean Bailey. Yeah.
Mine is this beautiful lady who.
Oh God! You sent this like straight after the episode last week as well.
Yeah.
And I really, because I said I'm not going to comment on that right now because it'll make for a good conversation. And by that I mean I profoundly disagree with most of the things you said. Rosie Duffield.
Rosie Duffield. So Rosie Duffield is this beautiful lady. She's watch
not
this clip.
That
beautiful.
She's
No, I mean her soul.
Standard
Her soul.
white lady. What?
Her soul. She felt so much, and you guys will see why. She just feels so much.
I hate
Don't
the
look at
way
me like
I
that.
hate the way she claims that the troubles
Wait, let people
ruined her
see.
childhood.
No, give her
Okay,
a
watch
chance
it.
to
Watch
explain
it.
herself.
Watch it.
Okay, she just feels too much. Vittorio just doesn't get that. I get that. As someone who was affected much more by it than anyone local.
It's not a coincidence, is it, that Brexit's happened and we've seen relative peace in Northern Ireland for so long, and all of a sudden we're back to, we're sort of propelled back to those horrifying situations that we saw throughout me growing up. My dad was an anti-terrorist policeman in London, and it was just our everyday life that we were aware of IRA activity and what was going on in Ireland. And it's just horrible and shocking to see those scenes on television. And
how much do you think that is to do with the Northern Ireland Protocol, and how much do you think it's to do with other issues going on in Northern Ireland?
It's so complicated, isn't it? But I mean, the whole thing of creating a border when we were told that it wouldn't be an issue, it wasn't going to happen, everything was going to be fine, nothing to see here. I think everybody on both sides is going to feel very let down.
She said that's what
I fucking hate that woman.
I just think
I fucking hate that woman.
She feels so much. As someone who lived in London, the troubles really affected her the most.
My dad was an anti-terrorist, and also the implication being like the IRA, like it's not the IRA that are back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's unionist paramilitaries that are being cunts at the minute.
So she
and her being
English.
like, oh yeah, it was so hard for me in England because my dad was a cop and had to fucking think about the IRA. It's like the absolute claiming of the narrative from people who grew up with tanks rolling through their back gardens is unbelievable. I feel bad talking about any experience I've had because I know my parents have seen people get shot.
Mm-hmm. But she felt something.
Oh my God.
She felt something.
Sorry, that's so white, woman. I know that your dad and your family got brutalized by police and army when they were growing up, when they were children, but also my daddy was sad sometimes about the men in the balaclavas, and I don't like shut up. Rosie Duffield can go fuck herself.
Is she an MP?
Yeah, she's a Labour MP as well.
She's a Labour MP. Oh fuck! They're coming. First they went for the Jews. Now they're coming for the Irish. Really going backwards.
No.
Jimmy loves the Labour Party. No,
I love the Labour Party. I love the Labour Party.
Look, you can't watch.
That's why we have a picture of.
You can't blame Corbyn for what the parliamentary
No,
party's doing.
that's why we have a picture of Keir Starmer here. You can't see it, but it's
no
because
one even mentioned Corbyn. No one mentioned Corbyn.
No, he said.
No one mentioned Corbyn at any stage.
I love
little
Corbyn.
Fucking ring licker.
I love our version of Bernie Sanders. Okay, I love him. And then there's our picture of Keir Starmer. Look at him in all his glory.
I think this is overheating as well. By the way,
people say that he's transparent and he doesn't have much presence. But look at him, man of the people. We're gonna either edit in a.
We all saw your tweet. What?
Stick on the aircon, so
we cool the shit down. Yeah. Lovely.
So we can do that. We can't cool down the room.
We're just gonna get aircon noise, but that's fine because we don't want it to stop. Priorities, man.
Yes.
Well, my comfort isn't a priority.
No.
Huh? And yes, I write jokes. Sometimes I reuse them. That's what being a jokesmith is. I bang it out, then I let it out.
What?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I've sounded. It's how you feel. What's that thing?
You're really trying to sell it. You like hit all the words hard.
Yeah,
there,
rhythm.
but none of it made
sometimes
sense.
the joke is just rhythm. But yes, that joke was about.
Sometimes you say things to me like you're some kind of elder of comedy, as if you're not like just like a couple years further in than me.
Are you shitting
Lou,
me?
I just Lou. What's your name? Whatever your name is, son. Let me tell you this. Okay.
Did you just confuse me for your other podcast co-host?
I called you Lou.
He called me Lou.
I called you Lou. Yeah. I was gonna say
this is worse than anything that has ever happened in Belfast. I can't believe.
I called you. Hey! Listen, son. Let me tell you something, okay? As you get older in this game.
How old are you?
Huh? I'm 26.
Right. So you're 1.5 years older than me.
But in my mind, I am ageless.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing comedy?
That's what my teacher.
How long have you been doing comedy?
How long does a man do what he loves? Immortal. Let me tell you something about this game.
How long
okay?
have you been doing comedy?
May 18th, 2016 was my first ever gig.
Right.
Okay.
So you're like 2 years maybe ahead of me.
This is the funny story, okay? So I was out with after a gig, someone from Curb My Agents. I was having a cigarette with her, and then she goes, how long have you been doing comedy? She was just because we never actually had a prolonged conversation. And she went, how long have you been doing comedy? I went, oh, May 18th, 2016. I know the day. Da da da. I was like, da da da. She was like, okay, cool, awesome. And how long have you been with your girlfriend? This is my girlfriend at the time. How long have you been with her? I went, don't know.
That's funny.
And she went, that's probably not good. And I went, yeah, let's keep it between us. But now I got a podcast and content to make. Now I got everything. Got to shake out penis.
So, of the weeks.
But yes, as I was saying, let me tell you about this game, okay? It's not about who you know. It's about what you do with who you know. Gotta suck a lock of dick, son.
A lock of dick.
A lock of dick.
That's what Culture say in Ireland. A lock of dicks. Right. We're over on our Irish of the week. My Irish of the week. Go on the WhatsApp group, Jim Belushi.
Can someone give this? Just no context.
Scroll down. I put mine at the bottom of the chat because I'm a good man. Yeah. So for the people listening, it's a group of like, they sound African. They seem to have like African.
They have London accents. I will be furious.
They don't have London accents, I hope.
Hello, everybody. It's like, wow,
no,
where are you
they
from?
have.
Zululand?
Let's do that again because we didn't hear fucking any of it and couldn't see it.
So what's happening? I don't know.
These beautiful black women,
BBWs,
who I think are African. They seem to have African-sounding accents. They're doing an accent challenge of like an Irish accent, particularly a Dublin accent, and they are smashing it out of the park.
Okay, because they sound African.
Unbelievable. The ones they say are...
To me, at the moment, it just sounds... Oh, what, they also do an Irish accent? Because at the moment, they
sound
like
African.
They're putting on the African accent and then just doing it in their normal
That's
accent.
true. They look like... Maybe they're putting that on and they're actually Irish.
Ooh.
I think it sounds like that to me.
Does it?
Yeah, it's completely.
Oh, I might have been duped. Play it again. Let's see. Let's see.
Nice bit of cleave.
Okay, so today we're going to be doing the challenge. I think this is the accent challenge. So the first one is go on you Martin. I think is go on you Martin.
So the second one is I'll get my brother after you. I think it's I'll get my brother after you.
Okay, so the next one is would you shut up, you bleeding tick. Okay, I think it's would you shut up, you bleeding tick. So the last one is the absolute state of you. I think it's maybe it's the absolute state.
That last one was good.
They were all good.
I didn't like
They
it. I didn't
smashed
think the
every
Irish
single
one
one
was
of
that
The last one was
They
good.
were all Irish accents.
I think you're
Every
wrong.
single one of those was an Irish accent. And they smashed
I don't
them
think
out
you
of the
know
park.
what an Irish... Yeah, can we just tell you what your accent's like?
The one that they were...
None of them were... but there was one person that tried an Irish accent, but none of them...
Every single one of them did an
Irish accent.
Every single one of them did an Irish accent.
Jimmy, do us your real
Every
accent.
single fucking one of them did an Irish accent. What's happening?
No, Jimmy. No, Vittorio. I think
what
you're
the
wrong.
fuck are you talking about? Every single one of those women did an Irish accent.
No, man. Let's listen again.
One, you mad ting. That's South London.
That's not...
I don't think you know.
That's fucking Irish. That's Dublin.
That's not fucking Dublin. I mean, that's patois.
I don't...
Go on, you mad ting. That's Dublin.
That's also
That's
South
not-
London.
That's
Like,
what Dublin.
But the accent
Dublin,
that they
England.
did it in is Dublin.
Dublin, England.
Go on, you matting.
That's Dublin.
Go on, you mad ting.
That's not. So sad.
Yeah.
I'll get me butter after it.
That sounds Birmingham to me.
You're a fucking idiot.
I don't think you know what an Irish accent sounds like.
How fucking dare both of you disagree with me on what a fucking Irish accent sounds like?
Oh, mate, good luck.
Drop it in the comments if you agree with me that was a fucking Dublin
Yeah,
accent.
maybe in Dublin and Yorkshire. Maybe they're from there. But but maybe New
Enough.
Dublin in the States.
Enough.
Okay, next of the week.
Enough of this foolishness.
Foolishness. Okay, so dog of the week. Who's
Great Irish accent.
Foolishness. Hello, everybody. I'm Irish. That's Nigerian, or is that, I was trying to do Nigerian. I couldn't do. Where are they from? Where in Africa?
I don't know. You could investigate to see where they're from. Like,
let's find them. Let's ask them alternate
let's
dates.
find out. Jimmy's just stressed because he's got shit to do.
He's got a pint to take.
Okay. She's going to be Irish because her name's Lavisha. Go to the comments. Go to the comments. See what people are saying.
I'm going to have to log in. Oh, no.
Are they all agreeing with us?
Just please make shareable.
They've smashed it. Look, everyone commenting is Irish as fuck.
Brilliant. Oh, my God. Debbie Weldon.
A lot of accents in the names, you're right.
They're fucking doing Irish accents.
Nah, but close, though.
Put it in the comments. Message the Instagram page. Tell us what you think.
Dox one of us. Dox the person you think is wrong.
Fucking hell. It's just definitely an Irish accent. She's from Dublin.
She probably doesn't know what a Dublin accent sounds like, though, because she's in it.
Alright. Anyway.
I'll tell her. I'll tell you what an Irish...
This is just a woman who reposted, so yeah.
Okay.
You can find the TikTok of that anyway.
Well, okay, so dog of the week. Who's your dog of the week?
The European Super League.
Oh, okay. Mine...
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I will talk about it. Happily. Let's talk about it.
So, what's happened is 12...
No, let's talk about
Why
it.
do you hate football?
No, I want to talk about it. Please. I want to talk about it from this angle. What? I'm listening. Am I still in shot?
Yeah, just about.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. So, yeah.
15 teams have announced, 12 actually have announced that they want to start this European Super League.
Okay.
In which 15 teams could not be relegated from and 5 teams will qualify in and out every year. So no matter how badly these 15 incredibly wealthy teams do, they can't get relegated out of the thing.
But,
Which is against the whole ethos of like league-based
I
competitive
agree.
football at all.
Right.
It's all just based on money and not based on being good at football.
They're just lost.
And here's the thing for me is like the football nowadays is basically already that.
It's all just a
there
money
are
game.
teams who are too wealthy to be bad enough to get relegated. They'll always just buy enough players, get a good enough manager. It'll always be okay. But that's not explicit. It's not like legislated that Man City can't get relegated from the Premier League if they lose all of their matches.
Yeah.
They can't. So disrespectful.
What? I'm listening. I'm listening.
They can't. They can still technically, within the ethos of the game, get relegated if they fuck it up really, really badly. And by the same token, Leicester City can still win the league. By that one in a
it's
million
dramatic
chance.
and lovely, and
that's the thing. We're like, but this just tears all, and it goes to that American model of no relegation, no promotion.
The American model.
The teams are the teams.
Right. Okay.
Isn't it like the NBA system? Is every time you buy a player, you can. Someone was explaining on Twitter that their system is much better in America.
They trade players, but it's not.
You can't buy it. Like
but it doesn't have that. It doesn't support the bad stuff coming through. So like, there's not teams that get demoted. Like it does. It's not really a meritocracy. It's the same set of teams in the NBA all the time. It never changes.
Okay, but
it's still a dramatic, fun sport.
Different.
Yeah, but like people.
And this move is definitely about money, and it'll fuck over the domestic leagues.
But how can they make more money?
That's the big. Like,
how do they make more money?
Isn't this going to absolutely destroy all homegrown football?
How do they?
And I mean, how is the Premier League if they're all losing money and have been for years, and this Super League is the thing that's meant to come in and bump up?
Who's losing money?
The UEFA, FIFA. Apparently, this is the
very
whole.
corrupt, yeah.
Apparently, this is the whole reason that the teams, the owners of the teams, saying this is actually going to save football because we can't go on with these losses.
It'll save their clubs,
yeah, it'll
but
save their
no
clubs.
one else.
But that's what I'm saying. So, and once they leave and everybody switches to watching this Super League, surely, and they're
but
still.
No one's going to
also
watch the Super League because there's no risk to it.
But this is what I'm saying.
It's the most boring thing ever.
Well, yeah, but there's the thing. If it's the same model as NBA, but people still watch that.
Oh, God, it feels
and
like
if
the
it's
WhatsApp
the only thing
group.
available because UEFA and FIFA no longer exist now, because
People
they're going
won't
to carry
watch
on
it.
losing
There's
money.
too much history in the
But they're still
relegation
gonna
and
carry
promotion
on.
side of things.
I reckon they'll be the only option available. People will watch it then if they're the only thing.
The problem with
around.
UEFA is they always try and walk it out.
I hate people that do this. I hate people that just go, football, that's not my thing, so I'll just ignore it. But there's something weird that happens with football where when people don't like football, they like make fun of people who like football.
Well, yeah, because
in that way. Do you know what I mean?
Stupid
hilarious.
Thing. But
it's not. It's not a
football
rational
at all, but
endeavor. This is my thing. It's not a rash to support a football team. Doesn't make any sense. But that's what makes it so good and like human. It's about storytelling and like hope and community and like rallying behind.
The problem is
football
people.
It's just stories. It's art.
The problem is football people don't let you join. If you don't know anything about football, and you're in a conversation with a bunch of people who know something about football, it is very hard for them to adjust for your speed.
If it's a lot of them, but generally if you have mates who don't know that much about I don't know that much about football. And like most people, as long as it's not like you're there to watch the match, like it does slow it down if someone's like, what's that? Whereas if you say to someone, I'm not that into football, but I'd like to get into it, anyone, like 99% of football fans would be happy to like go to a game with just you and kind of use that to facilitate whatever.
I've never been. I used to work at the Millennium Stadium rugby thing. Never went to one, but I always felt like it would change me.
It's great see proper football fans live. Like I went to a Dortmund game, and they've opted out. Bayern Munich and Dortmund were invited, and they opted out because in Germany it's legislated that fans have to own the majority share in the
clubs,
the clubs, which is so much better.
But does that mean the footballers make less money?
No.
So they can still be rich.
The German league has some of the best footballers in the world, and not the highest paid, but like they're still getting paid crazy money.
Also, footballers don't need to be paid that much.
But this is the thing: the American owners of like Manchester United don't care about the fans. They don't need to take the actual fans into account because they only care about the global market of tourists who come and spend thousands of pounds on a stadium tour and replica shirts and the global market.
They move teams, don't
because
they?
that's where the money is.
Yeah,
which is why they want to expand to this like European Super League where it's like very American and very like expanded. And there's no risk of like any of these teams dropping out of it and the stock plummeting because they're always there and always playing in those games. And that just like it's so against the ethos of tiered sports that is the basis of football.
It's crazy. It's crazy that we've come from footballers catching the bus with the fans to get to the stadium to be able to play. Because I remember Cardiff.
Footballers get paid a lot, but they make a lot of money for a lot of people.
Yeah,
the people who make too much in football. Some of the players get paid a lot, but they are the best at what they do in the world, so they should get paid a lot.
It's like, what's the odds of becoming a footballer?
But you have to remember, like, if the footballers are getting paid that much, imagine what the owners are getting paid. That's what the problem is.
Well, no, the owners aren't getting paid. They own the club. So
they're making
dividends.
They're making
crazy money.
Profit. Yeah, but they're saying, but that's what I'm saying. They're saying that they're not. They've been losing money for ages. That's the whole reason they've created this Super League. And everybody's saying it's for greed. But I was just finding it interesting. Like, to me it was like news. Oh, what all these championships haven't been making a profit for years, and then COVID's just doubled up on that.
That's not true.
Can't be true. Yeah. But then so we see what happens to UEFA and FIFA. Like going down the line.
No,
the thing is, it's always been this. This is what I meant. It's just made the implicit explicit.
I just remembered a football team of you. That's why I laughed. I remember a football team. It's a Kevin Bridges bit when he was talking about a Glasgow team.
It's a 2-horse race and one of the horses died.
No. That's weird. No. There was a Glasgow team that went into administration, And when
That's
they went,
exactly the joke I'm talking about. He laughed at me as if it wasn't that joke. Go
I
on.
know. I just remember this one
Rangers
specific
went into
line.
administration.
That's the one.
He's not listening. Carry on.
I am listening. He just says, "Fuck you, bruv." Like
That's part of that joke. He says the Scottish League used to be a 2-horse race
Mm-hmm.
between Celtic and Rangers, and one of the horses died.
That's good. I clearly just didn't remember, but when he says they look through the money, the way they spent it, and one of the things was face painting.
Yeah.
And then-
The accounts of Rangers are so funny. Some of the shit they were spending, they owed money
to everyone in the
loads
local
of it,
area.
and one of them was like
Balloon
50
places.
quid to like a face painter.
And it's like imagine Barry was there. And it's like, yeah, Barry, you look like a lion. Good. Really, we're losing a lot of money. Can you please sit down? Rawr. Rawr. And I just got all that bit in my head in 1 second, and I was just like, and then you went 2 horses, and I was like, I don't remember that, but I remember. But
Well, but it's funny because there's comedians, Billy Connolly and Kevin Bridges are both big Celtic fans, but they both don't talk about it that much. And anytime they do talk about it, they talk about it in kind of a non-partisan way.
Yeah.
And, like Billy Connolly, he mentioned something about Rangers, and then someone went like boo or cheered or something in the crowd, and he just turned around and goes, "It's a disease. We've both got it." But you're a bigot and I'm not.
Oh, that's great. So that's your dog of the week.
Yeah, yes. I think
I did quite like. Did you see Adam Bride's video?
He went to Old Trafford and no one was
I thought more people cared.
There is organised protests for Old Trafford, but he just showed.
just
it's
showed
so
up.
bright. Yeah. It's so mank just to go. There'll be people there. Fucking hell, mate.
Mate, he's just the most confident person ever. I love it.
He's a disgrace of a man.
It's so funny. Bride hasn't. You know how like as you get to know someone, they change. Like they're from
Not
the beginning.
Brides.
Same person.
I love that about him.
Over familiar
He's
at the beginning, and now an enigma.
He is a cunt, but he is
Consistently.
That is who he is.
Yeah.
I much prefer that to comedians that we know that pretend to be nice to everyone.
Yes, precisely.
And it's just beige, and you're like, I can't trust anything you say.
Yeah, like I know Brides wouldn't let me get hit by a car, but he would steal my car. That's just like
if it was open though.
If it was open,
that's your fault.
just to teach me a lesson.
Whereas all those like super amenable people, you know, they'd step on your neck to get the next.
Yes,
gig.
100%. But okay, so that's your dog of the week. My dog of the week is the GP receptionist, and I just feel like they're protecting the fountain of youth or something. But yeah, that's my. I've already told this. So should we go back through them and then decide who's who?
Yes, Black of the Week is between
Spider-Man, Venom,
Spider-Man and Sean Bailey.
And Sean Bailey.
It's gotta go to Spidey.
Spider-Man is 100% the Black of the Week. Is he black inside?
There's no way there's a white guy in that costume.
And then Irish was either Rose Dubfield.
She's not Irish, first of all.
But she's my Irish.
Or the. I think no matter whether those women are actually African and putting on Irish accents, or if they're Irish putting on the African accent and then going back to their own, they're still Irish.
They're not. That wasn't an Irish accent, mate.
It was.
I'm so sorry.
Drop in the. I swear to God, I need some support on this. Drop in the comments.
It's cute that you think that. We'll give it to you, but only because it's either that or, you have one of those.
Dog of the week.
Dog of the week. I think the GP receptionist. But what did you say? You said
Super League.
You said the Super League. Fuck that.
I think Super League for it being such a shit name.
No, because then he gets all three.
I did tweet. It is weird the things that become officially super. It's only models, cars, and leagues.
Oh, so you can tell your Twitter jokes, but I can't.
But know what I say? I tweeted this.
Why? Fuck you. Let's just finish this. Just do a jump cut here so it looks like we fought.
Do you want to hear another Twitter joke I did today?
No, I don't want to hear any of your jokes.
The only thing more pointless than nihilism is everything.
That's good. Fuck you.
You know what I realized the other day?
Yeah.
You know what I I was walking down the street and you know what I realized the other day? Nothing ever dawns on me.
It took me a second to get.
That's an Alu Bell joke.
Alu, is that? He's
Stop
great.
telling other people's jokes.
Well, I
Tell my
referenced
jokes.
it.
Is my joke is a chicken crosses the street.
Do you know when I was a kid, I had a recurring nightmare of being chased across the road by a giant chicken. And I think that's why I'm a comedian. That's sincerely true. I had a recurring nightmare when I was a kid.
Do you know what you said earlier about bullshit?
Honest to God.
That's not true. I believe it happened to you. I just think it's a bullshit thing.
That's
all right,
not the
it's fine.
I'll give it.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of the No Blacks, No Dogs, No Irish podcast. Don't forget to give it 5 stars on iTunes. Hit subscribe, share it with your friends, drop a comment to engage with it. Operation Algorithm, share it, like it. Fuck yourselves. Goodbye.